Well, hello there, everyone. You have here to talk about, for Avon, and I'm sure most of us are familiar with Avon, and you have right here, you're talking about the, Haley Satfield right here, and let's just say that if there was like a way for how we would be able to, order calendars, based on her music. So it's like say that, if there's going to be any source of Avon. I know my mom knows quite a bit about Avon and about, for anybody that, if you're going to be doing any source of business with Avon, or if it's going to be any source of makeup or cosmetic products that you'll be able to get on Avon. But you have right here, this right here that you're talking about for most girls, song right here. And in case of anybody that may ask, is that really similar products that you would be able to find, if you're going to be shopping around like, through an Avon catalog, and then different things that you would find on Avon, But as far as I can remember, that I have ordered one or two things on Avon. That was a couple years ago, though. But still, though, that one of those things, if I can remember right, was a book that came with an audio tape or something like that. It was a storybook or something. But yeah, so if you're going to be ordering or selling Avon, then the typical things that you would find on Avon. But really, though, that can you really order music on Avon? And then that's something that, I know maybe like in case of anybody that may say that you can buy calendars and with different designs and all that, for the year, though, if it's going to be the year for 2018, that you will be able to buy a different source of calendars, maybe through like an Avon catalog. But most of the Avon products that we've seen are like shoes and makeup and maybe, perfume and, that sort of stuff. And, but I really don't know too much about maybe, like books. I'm like, you can maybe order books and maybe music also. But still, though, that I guess what is really Avon really famous for, top famous for. But still, though, that do like an Avon catalog, about how many of us have had our experience with like, if you're going to be ordering and, selling on Avon, especially around the holidays, that, typical stuff that you would find. But still, though, that, but you're talking about for any source of music artist or if it's calendars, though. But you have right here, I include the stars right there with the, the graphical, lyrics right there. And if anybody was able to look at that, from the earlier post, but to talk about for most girls, like to read in private or something. But so yeah, that whenever I look through the Avon catalog, a lot of times it seems like a lot of it was lady stuff, not very many guy stuff. The guy stuff I'm talking about is like, that maybe toolkits or maybe, maybe shoe polish. And, there's stuff that maybe you can get on Amazon, on Avon. There's some stuff that you can get on Avon that would be related to like, for guy stuff. But, in case of anybody that may want to wear that, if you've ordered anything off of Avon or you asked your mom to order anything on Avon, and as far as I can remember, I think it was a book, if you ordered a book or maybe something like that, I'm trying to remember the details. That was like, back in 1994, whenever my mom was doing business with Avon, that she ordered something for me on, through Avon, and yeah, that, if you can remember what it was, but I'm like, yeah, I think it was a book or something like that. But, did they have toys on there? I'm like, well, really, that, I had not really done it, but still, though, that, I picked right here as an example right here of a calendar. So it's like, yeah, in case of anybody that may want to wear that, yeah, a calendar, can you buy those on Avon? And Bubble Bath, I'm like, yeah, Bubble Bath, I'm like, that's an idea, but I'm not sure if you can buy it through Avon or maybe that you would be able to purchase that through another website, through another catalog. But you got right there is for that in case of anybody that may want to wear that, why don't you do a painting for like a Ricky Martin or something like that for another famous hip hop singer and say that if you can really purchase that through an Avon catalog. But really though, in case of anybody that may ask, is that, what about, Avon, between Amazon and Avon, though, that, really, though, if you're going to be doing any sorts of business, but through Avon, that it's like, yeah, some of these, company, they don't tell you the details, and maybe in the advertisements about what you have to do, whenever you order, through Avon. And yeah, anything that you're going to be ordering, through a catalog, it seems like that, you're going to be getting some ideas of what you like to have, anything in there in that catalog that you want, but then they're not going to really explain to you the details about, okay, you have to be 18 or older to complete this order. So let's just say there's going to be, if there's going to be a 10-year-old boy or girl that's going to watch a commercial, TV commercial, like with me though, whenever advertisements came on, maybe like the Dairy Queen commercials, and there was like an ice cream cone on there on TV that you want to have or something like that, or maybe, bubble bath that you want to have or something like that. And like I say, that you're going to maybe have a 10-year-old kid that's going to maybe call that number they can read on the screen. He or she can read on the screen, and they're going to say that, I'm interested in getting that bubble bath. I'm like, yeah, the kid's bubble bath or something. But most of, nowadays it seems like you have to be 18 or older just to do a lot of this stuff. But, really, that in case of anybody that wonders as to where that, maybe the song lyrics that it could go by is to where most girls, or most, but that the song lyrics could go by, maybe most mature and beautiful girls or something like that, or most intelligent. I'm like, yeah, if you want to call it the most blonded, polished, shiny girls or something. But still, though, that with most music, though, in case of anybody that may want to, or that anything that you're going to maybe be ordering on Amazon, on through Avon, if it's Amazon or Avon, or maybe through like an eBay site, that you say that, yeah, I have a PayPal account, can I complete this order, through Avon? And so, yeah, nowadays it seems like, PayPal, I guess, is pretty much, populated, and if anybody is familiar with the Google Wallet also, but still, that, you have these sites to where you can place orders using a certain account if you got enough credits too, and, you're likely weren't to where that, in order to be able to do business, and sometimes it seems like, yeah, that, okay, you see something in there that you want, but still, they don't tell you the details. But really, though, that, how many of us have had that experience as to where that, whenever you're going to be ordering something, and then, they don't tell you the details, such as you have to be a membership or something. You got to pay to have to be a member or something, but really, most advertisements, though, but still, my opinion about it, I guess, is like, exactly that we may all, we may all agree a little bit that if a commercial only could come on TV for about maybe 30 seconds, and what do you think that they should say, to get the people's attention, and exactly that. Should an Avon catalog advertise something such as cool makeup or something like that? Yeah, cool makeup, and it could be yours. All you have to do is follow these steps, or something like that. But really, though, that whenever I ordered anything off of Avon, I think it was maybe I think a reading book or something like that. But in case of anybody that may say that, if it's a calendar, or if it's maybe if it's a bookmark reader or something like that, you can maybe buy that on Avon, through Avon. But still, though, that to me, though, Avon sounds a little bit more like, to me, a little bit like, if you want to call it like a, like a company like, the Times Magazine. And why does it remind me a little bit of that? And I guess, really, that, this is not, I guess, if it's really known as a sponsor for a company where they sell magazines, where they sell catalogs and magazines. But I'll tell you one thing, everybody, that, there was one time where I was selling magazines, but still, though, that, that was only something that was, during a class. I'm like, somebody gives you a catalog, and do you know anybody who wants to order anything from that catalog? And so, and I know, that whenever you first start something, it seems like that you think that, oh, it's not going to go well. You're only going to get about maybe 5 orders, if anything, through that catalog. But let's just say if you are, selling pizzas or yeah, pies or pizzas, maybe working, if you're doing work maybe in the bakery department and want to know about, about how many pies do you think that people would want to buy through that catalog. But still, though, that I guess it seems like it's all about give it a try, and see what happens. But through Avon, though, that I know my mom, did quite a bit of, for quite some time, and yeah, that, in case if anybody says if you ordered anything through Avon, then what do you think it was? I'm like, well, I don't recall any music CDs or any posters. I'm like, in case if anybody that may ask, is that you used to buy those posters, a 35 by 16 or 17 size poster to put up on your wall, and yeah, that would it be made, like I say, on like a real firm silk material or something like that, a real big poster board size for to mount on your wall of maybe a famous singer. It could be Janet Jackson, or if it's Ricky Martin or any sort of singer like Haley Stanfield. I guess Stanfield is how you pronounce her name. For the famous Most Girls singer, but still, though, that I use this idea right here as like an example right here for Avon, and in case of anybody that may want to word it, really, that I know of that, I don't think that you can even buy music through Avon. But I'm like, I don't even know if you can, but I was thinking more of a calendar. An idea right here for a calendar. I was thinking more of a calendar. I'm sure you can maybe buy a calendar, through Avon, or, you can maybe, Bath and Body Works or something like that, through Avon, but still, though, that, yeah, that, and with these calendars, though, in case of anybody that asks, is that with the calendars, they're like $17, for a calendar. Why would we want to pay $17, $18 for a calendar, especially if it don't play music or whichever? But, really, that, the questions kind of go on, but really, though, that, I guess, number one, I guess maybe the truth of the matter is that somebody's going to say to stay posted about, what they can find out, really to stay posted about anything. If you want to know anything updated or whichever, if you want to hear the latest news, and you can stay updated, and you can go ahead and buy one product, during the 3 weeks, from that catalog, or, if anything, sign up today. But still, though, that if you want anything, I'm like, yeah. So I know back when I was a kid, a lot of things that I really wanted to order, maybe if anything, maybe it was a book or a video game or some sort, but like the ladies stuff, I'm like, yeah, if it's shoes, or if it's purses or perfume or something like that, that you would find a lot of that on Avon, and they have a lot of this online stuff, but I can say that, if we were to buy a calendar, though, and let's just say if it is 18 bucks, and you're likely thinking as to where that, yeah, you can get something like that free at the bank, or I'm like, but still, that, between, knowing about who really wants to argue about, yeah, a calendar, though, but, with this calendar, and I know in case of anybody that may say that, with that calendar, that if there was a concert, if there was photographs from a concert that was recorded live, maybe from, 7 months before, from the previous year, so let's just say a lot of images from 2017 that were recorded, and then they were posted into a recent, recently published calendar, and it has on there, it's like, that you can get this, through Avon, but, so yeah, that a lot of, if you want to call it, a lot of marketing tips, and then a lot of, sales, tools. I'm like, yeah, how you want to pronounce it, that a lot of the sales, advertising, that, yeah, if it's one of your famous, known favorite artists, to if it's going to be somebody, maybe a famous country singer, then if you see their images on a calendar, then chances are you're going to buy it. And how many of us would maybe say that, if just like Jennifer Lopez, yeah, Jennifer Lopez, if you see something like Haley Stanfield on for most girls, maybe on a bottle of shampoo, and let's just say this bottle of shampoo was like $28, $28 if you buy it through Avon. If you buy it through Avon, and you're likely say is that, what's so special about this shampoo, and but still. And did I know of, I would think that maybe you can get shampoo through Avon, but still, that, yeah, that, ordering through Avon, no, and, it's like, yeah, that, wherever you're going to be, selling Avon or being a member through Avon, and we might all think too that it's a lot more work than maybe than what's originally advertised, but still, I think the bottom key should be advised toward that if you really if like anything that you're going to be working on through an online site, though, it's not really just about, in case if anybody says, it's not about this whole making the money of the matter, about understanding about what the company does, and basically about, to where that, a lot of times they want up to at least, 3 hours, up to a couple of hours of your time. So it seems like a lot of times, no matter if it's the car lot or if it's about maybe a gift card or something like that, it seems like a lot of times that they just want a few minutes of your time just to talk about what they do, and okay, this is what's going on with the company. So yeah, really, how many of us are really going to get to the truth of the matter about Avon, though? But I include this example right here of a calendar, so in case of anybody that may want to where that that we're the 12 we're the 12 months out of the year, and we're the 30 days out of the year, but really, though, that I know of, that I don't think you can even buy music through an Avon catalog. But if there's anything that anybody say, yeah, diamond rings, I'm like, if you're shopping for an engagement ring through an Avon catalog, then it's possible that, yep, you, in case of anybody that may say that, you see something in there that you want, and let's just say if you can't afford it right away, like an engagement ring, then it's possible that you're going to ask the woman, I might say that, yeah, it's a $50 a month if you put it on your account, and then maybe it's $400 for the diamond ring or something like that. Real expensive diamond ring or something like that, but a special necklace or a ring, and if you bought it through Avon, and but let's just say that if there was a special that was going on to where buy one get one half price. So a lot of times it seems like, yeah, buy one, get one half price. So let's just say if you were to buy a catalog, if you were to buy a calendar through the Avon catalog, then more likely that, buy one, get one half off or something like that. Buy one, get one half price. And you're like, hey, oh, okay, you buy one, get one half price. Well, that sounds like a good deal, but still, that... So how many of us really been to that situation to where that we see something that we would like to get, but then still you're going to maybe see those sales, but advertise, but still that, but still that, I guess if you want to call this to where whenever you're going to be shopping, mainly look for, I'm like, yeah, if you're going to be shopping anywhere, that I guess you'd say is to where that you're almost all the time you're going to be thinking about how much money that you had to spend, but still that for how well that you're going to come used to what you're planning on using this for. If you're going to be buying a calendar, what you're going to use that calendar for. So let's just say if it is a calendar, or if it's a CD, or maybe makeup products, then sometimes it seems like, you buy stuff, you get in the habit of buying stuff and taking it home, and then you leave it in the bathtub maybe for a couple of weeks, and then you don't use it at all or something. But really, shopping habits, though. We might even ask ourselves that how come that whenever we buy stuff, and if we get so busy, and then it's been sitting around maybe in the bathroom for quite a few weeks, and you think that you're going to, I'm like, yeah, whenever you see something in the store that you have your mind set for to where that you like to get it, and then just like if we were dreaming about going to the store and shopping around, and then you buy something, and then and then you're trying to remember that you get so busy with maybe taking care of something else, or fixing something, or taking care of you get busy with something else, whichever it is, and then you look in your bathroom and find out that there's a shampoo or a bathtub product or something like that that you bought from the store, and it was expensive, and then you had forgotten that you gotten it, but that you bought it, but still. So it seems like a lot of times, in case if anybody say about how long it takes between getting something right away and compared to waiting for it to be delivered online. So sometimes it takes up to 10 business days for something to be delivered if you're going to be waiting for a calendar, maybe for Bath and Body Works or something like that. But still though, that really, that, yeah, graphics, though, I guess, if you want to call it this, to where neat graphics that, I guess, approaches a lot of shoppers' attention, to where, oh, cool-looking nail polish, or cool-looking eyelashes, or something like that, Yeah, like a modeling picture, in case of anybody that may worry, to where, if you're going to be out shopping, then you might see a little bit of that. You're going to see graphics on a poster, and they're going to advertise maybe a bottle of perfume, and say, try it out yourself, and if, it's, so yeah, you might see that maybe sometimes even in the malls, even in the malls that you might see a little bit of that, and in case if anybody to say that, what we call cool products, but, still, that, but if I can remember right, what did I, see, in the Avon catalog back whenever I was young that I wanted, and I kept thinking if there was a book, I think, book, I think Stuart Little was the name of the book, or some book like that, but audio tape as well, it came with an audio tape, but during that time during that time that I think that, looking through the, Girl Scout cookies also, how many of us have experienced that, to where that, no matter if it's a boy or a girl, you're going to enjoy eating the cookies, the peanut butter kind, or if it's the almond, or if it's the coconut, Girl Scout cookies. And you're likely to say is that, no matter if you're a young boy, even in the Boy Scouts, that you're going to enjoy those cookies, but still, that anything that you might think that's mainly for ladies in the Avon catalog. And you're likely to say that, a lot of that stuff is ladies stuff, but let's just say that, if one of these days, if a guy's shopping around for something for their spouse, and, for his spouse, and then they find an engagement ring, or maybe lotion, I'm like, yeah, especially lotion, around the summertime, that you might see that, to where a bottle of lotion that contains, I'm like, yeah, that, so in case if anybody say, yeah, a special lotion that's smooth on the skin or something like that. So if the gentlemen are going to be looking through an Avon catalog, and it's possible that they're going to see something that says, that shows something that maybe there's something that their fiance is going to like. So yeah, if it's going to be a special dinner, maybe on a Friday night, if you're going to be going to a dinner, and then, you want to ask your fiance about something about, if it's, if it's a night out or something like that, and shopping around for that perfect girl, that you're interested in, and you're going to be looking for a jewelry product, or maybe for a lotion, lotion. I ordered this through an Avon catalog, if you like. So yeah, that, so I guess we are going to have our experience, I guess, ordering through something, if it's ordering through some source of catalog. But I can say, too, is that whenever I look through those catalogs, a lot of times I think it was, companies that were in business. I'm like, yeah, if I can remember, I think it was Sam's Club, or I'm like, yeah, other catalogs that, especially on the weekends, that there will be a paper delivered to the, to the house. I'm like, yeah, that there will be a paper delivered to our house, and I can remember that. Looking to that paper, and there was catalogs, all sorts of catalogs in there, but if you can recall that a lot of those catalogs, that if you would see something that you wanted in there, but still though, that yeah, exactly, that the gentleman will probably think that they buy it as a gift, they ordered that for as a gift, But no matter, like, yeah, if it's supposed to be a gift to somebody, or if it's supposed to be just to kind of get the basic training about how it works, knowing about what you're going to do. But really, that, so in case of anybody that may say that, yeah, you go ahead and do a painting about Haley, but why don't you do one about Ricky Martin, and seeing about how many people are going to maybe want to purchase their concert tickets, maybe using their Avon catalog or something, using their account through Avon. But anyway, but those are sorts of ideas, but still, that are strong and most beautiful. But really, that based on for anybody's experience, like if I were, I say about my mom's experience about, with through Avon, though, that whenever you're going to be, being a member through Avon, selling Avon, or maybe ordering through Avon, that she, a woman may even say that. it seems like you enjoy, you might even enjoy ordering, shopping, through Avon compared to doing business with Avon. But still, though, that it's like, yeah, that I think the whole matter is that just introducing the new products, and in case of anybody that may say that if there's something in that Avon catalog that you like to have for later on, but still, I kept thinking always it was a lot of it. Most of it was lady stuff. I didn't really take any interest in ordering anything off of there anyhow. But still, in case if anybody says if you're shopping around for your future fiance, then she might mention to you about Avon, and you get into the Avon catalog and you pick out whatever she wants. But still, that whatever she'd like to have, like, yeah, anything about wedding plans or anything like that. But still, most guys may come in that situation to where they're trying to buy a wedding ring through a website, maybe if it's on eBay or if it's Avon, and like they say that, yeah, well, that you want to get something, and let's just say that, yeah, you want to get something brand new, you don't want to get something used and good quality also. But anyway, but talk about for Avon right there, and thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.